All right, guys, I'm getting a late start. I think it's pretty close to noon on Monday here. I finished cleaning up my backyard. I actually cleaned it really nice, got all the stuff hauled off. I just got back a little bit ago from the our local landfill. I took a load over there, and man, the back of that truck was squatted, man. But anyway, so the backyard's cleaned up a little bit. I do need to spread a little grass seed back there where them cars were sitting. You know, there's grass is dead. But anyway, I got my notes out. Some stuff I actually forgot about. There is a hole drilled here, and there's one on the same side, the other side. I'm assuming that must have been for exhaust or something. I really don't know why it's over that far. But this one I need to get a hammer and dolly on, and so I'm going to need a second set of hands to get a hold of dolly on that while I get under there and hammer it flat. The other one's pretty flat. Anyway, I'm going to make some little patches and butt weld it all up and grind it so it doesn't look like anything was there. I still need to knock some of the old seam sealer out from back here, and I've got it out of the beads over there, but I need to get it around over all that crap. But anyway, so there's a few little tidbits I want to do before I actually start messing with paint, you know, on the car, because I'll be dragging an air hose and, you know, making sparks and everything with a welder. So I want to get some of this stuff done. I'm getting ready to do some seam sealing. I'm probably going to have to go buy a couple more things of this. Man, this stuff is high. I think it's almost $30 for that. But this is pretty good stuff. You know, it doesn't try to wrinkle up or roll up like the regular old caulking gun style. That stuff, it's a Sam brand, and I've used it a couple times actually, and all it ever does when you get paint on it, even though it says it's paintable, it wrinkles it up, rolls it up and makes it come loose. So I'm not going to mess with that crap. I'm just going to go ahead and buy the expensive stuff and put in there. Anyway, need to seam seal all around the trunk area, back up in here, and that spare tire well deal. You know, I built this panel out of really thick sheet metal because at the time I didn't have a bead roller, so I used some really thick stuff here so it wouldn't rattle and vibrate. It's actually when I removed my spare tire well, you know, when I just drilled out spot welds, it went all the way through, so I got underneath and I actually plug welded all the way around, and then I just put these in up here just for a little extra. So anyway, I'll seam seal that and get all this seam sealed up in here. I forgot about my trunk jam. You know, the trunk was on it when I put my final prime on, so I'm gonna have to put a rolled tape edge all around this and spray all this with the 2K. It's pretty much ready for paint, but I want to go ahead and go over it with some 180 real nice, make sure everything's smooth, because you can kind of see where I had my little rubber bumpers in there. I'll have to get this feather edged a little bit, but anyway, so I need to 2K that also. I also need to 2K the jams up in here, the dash, the side of the cowl, and all the firewall and the toe boards and all that under there. So that's kind of my goal for today. I want to get all this stuff at least ready to put 2K on. It's rained for a couple days, so right now the sun's out. I haven't looked at the weather, haven't watched the weather, so I don't know what it's going to do. But I might be able to get away with 2K in this today. I think I have just enough left, I'm not sure. I got a whole bunch of old paint and crap I need to give away. I don't even know if I have enough. Yeah, there's probably a quart in there. It's probably enough, maybe. I don't know. I might have to go get some. Anyway, I'm kicking around the idea. Back, you know, 5 years ago or 4 years ago, whenever it was that I bought this car, I'd come across a two-door hardtop, a picture on Google Images. It was a two-door hardtop, and it was black in the front with the gray on the roof and the back half, and it was beautiful, really classic looking. You know, back at that time, you know, trying to find a black and gray, you know, with the black up here and the gray back there, it was kind of hard to find anything on Google Images. Now it's kind of overwhelming. There's a lot of black and grays. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos this last month of some of the Good Guys shows and stuff, and I'm kind of blown away at how many black and gray 55s there are. So I'm kind of trying to lean away from doing the maybe the gray in the back. I definitely want to do the black because black is my favorite color on a car. I just love having a black car. But I'm kind of thinking about getting out of the box, getting out of my element a little bit. I've got a really beautiful blue pearl. It's like a medium blue, maybe almost a dark. So I'm kind of thinking about doing this upper quarter and the roof in a blue pearl and doing the front in black. It does sound kind of like it's out there, but I do remember back when I was kind of trying to decide on a paint job back in 2013 for this car. I did find one picture of a two-door hardtop with big wheels on it and lowered, and it actually wasn't finished. It was like a project car, but it was black in the front and blue on the back, and it really looked kind of cool. I've never owned or painted a blue car of my own. I've did a lot of cars for other people, but I've never did a blue car for myself. So anyway, here's a gallon of blue that I'd actually bought several years ago. I built a 57 Bel Air 4-door for myself, and I was going to paint it with this blue, and I went down and had it mixed. It is base coat. It's a beautiful blue, especially in the sun, lots of pearl in it. So anyway, it's kind of what I'm kicking around. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I may do black in the front, blue on the roof in the back half. You know, it's different, and you know, the car is so, I've done so much custom little features to it to make it my own. I really want that paint job to stand out and be different. You know, some will like it, some won't, but it's my car and I really don't care. So, and it's something that if, you know, I get tired of it, I can always paint it later. That's what sucks about being a painter. I can go back and repaint it if I don't like it. Which, as long as I plan on owning this car, it'll probably get painted maybe once or twice again. But anyway, that's kind of the plan right now. That's what I'm thinking about doing. There's just too many black and grays out there for me now, and I just want something different. And I love that color of blue, but I've never been an all-over blue guy, you know, have everything blue. But anyway, the neat thing about it is I already have the paint here, and so anyway, that's kind of the plan. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to get to work.